How do? Time for Spider and Olde Scooter, the occasional these days. You wonder, I'm sure you're wondering where I've been. I've been preoccupied with making this audiobook out of Ms. Time tripping with amazing females. But we're here to play Spider Solitaire. I talked to my sister Mandy. You know about my sister Mandy, who is a far superior player of the game than I am. But I learned about stuff. There are competitions. I'll find out more about them and then let you know about them when I find out, in which people play competitively Spider Solitaire. I think they're playing the Microsoft version, but the objective is to finish a game, win, run the board. Not at all interested in what kind of scores you make. You can take as long as you wanted to do it. You go back and do things over and over and over again until you figure it out. Sister Mandy, says she is spotting patterns now, and she's ranking right up there with the big winners. So, the real difference between the way I play this game and the way I just described is that I never go back, or I almost never go back further than within the current deal. I don't go back to previous deals. Lots of times, if you want to take your time and you keep going back and playing for a superior result, you eventually will win, unless you just run into a roadblock. And my brother-in-law, Jim, Mandy's husband, is even better than Mandy, I think. So, anyway. But I have to get it done in 15 minutes because of the nature of this freebie program I'm using to record it, so I whiz right through. So I'm going to get started, then I'll tell you a little more about what I've been doing, showing you some of the outrageous stuff. Well, not that outrageous these days, of course. So, we're playing the two-suit version. I'll play as efficiently as I can. I'm playing a card. But we're coming at it from whole different directions. Her objective is to always win and take as much time as it takes to do it. My objective is to get a game played and have a little fun, all within 15 minutes, and take some time to do some commentary, rip-rap. The expression of opinions. I have quite a few opinions, I have to admit. It's a flaw, I admit, but what are you going to do? Well, it's not like there's a play. I do miss plays. People who have watched this say it's sometimes frustrating that they're sitting there looking at a play that I don't seem to see, but that's okay. I think I'll do a restack here, give myself a 5-1 string. But I think that's all I can do, so I'll take another deal. Play the obvious as soon as they are to me. Well, could I have done this? Would that have been better? I don't think so, actually. Don't do that. I have been telling myself to not sing when playing this game since I've been playing it, but I still do occasionally. So, here we are, 2 deals in, and there's nothing to say, hurrah, huzzah. Nobody says huzzah anymore, I never hear it. I never say it, usually, but tonight it just slipped out, or slipped in, or slipped somewhere. What happened? What did I do? Oh, I don't want to do that. That was just my finger tip-tapping on the old touchpad. Tip, tap, touch. So I'm going to stop here and put this down, show you what I've been doing. This is the book I'm recording. I'm now on chapter 26, I think. And I've taken to using, for each chapter, a new piece of graphic. I go hunting on the interwebs until I find something that's available for use for no money, and I use it. One chapter is There are some people with atlatls. That's an atlatl right there, a spear thrower, so I use that. Another one, the heroine, runs face to face with a saber-toothed tiger. Oh, look at that guy. So I'm doing foolishness like that. So I'll go play a couple of more hands on the game, more deals, and be right back. So let's see if I can do this. Well, there. You missed the joy of watching 2 deals. We're down to the last 2 deals. Not doing too good here. Haven't punched any holes in the thin blue line. How many times have you heard that story? So let's go ahead and play. I will try to catch you up on things. As you can see, there's hardly anything to get caught up on. It's 6s and 8s all over the place. I just, on this next to last card, have to say, not boding well. Does not bode well. I don't bode a lot, but when I do. So I'll deal the last card. I've done something with this reading of the audiobook. I've been promoting it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm announcing it on my YouTube thing. I'm not a big YouTuber, and I'm fairly naive about how to use it, so I just put a notification that, hey, I finished chapter 24 and the name of the chapter and so forth, and then put one of these silly pictures up. And actually some people do come over, and apparently, I don't know whether they listen to it or not. I can't really tell from the data stream analysis stuff. I don't know how to read that well enough. But they do open it and look at it, It's a page view. And there's this report about how many minutes people watch things. But I can't make heads or tails of it. I've looked at it. Maybe everybody just turns it on and watches the first 30 seconds, and 1 in 5 go ahead and listen to the whole chapter. It's a mystery. And this game's clearly a mystery. Nothing much happening there. Now, if I were playing in the sort of competitive league my sister Mandy plays in, I would go back, I would go back maybe 2 or 3 deals and see if I saw something differently. She's not averse to going all the way back to the first deal if things just aren't working. And she nearly always wins the game. But she sure doesn't get it done in 15 minutes. So look, we're at 7 minutes and 59 seconds. That's fairly efficient. I have not been long-winded tonight. Our president is in the Far East, and I'm doing my best to avoid watching the news. I'm not being very successful at it, but it's, who knows how this is going to go. Earlier in the days, every day, like mornings, I will get on and make comments and so forth on the New York Times and the Washington Post, and Breitbart and Aviation Week and Salon and so forth. And I have much fervor early in the morning, so you miss most of my fervoring, because it ain't early in the morning right now. It's, what time is it? 8:20. Which in my mind is 9:20. This stupid changing back and forth from daylight to standard time is a nutso thing left over from our agrarian past, and nothing but a mess up for your circadian rhythms, and you don't want to mess with them any more than absolutely necessary. Well, with that, I think I'll bid you adieu. See you in a few days when I get around to doing another, when I can tear myself away from making audiobook, which is way harder than it sounds. Making an audiobook. So cheerio, be kind to one another, try not to wince too much when you hear the name Trump. And peace be with you.